For the second time this year, we avoided a crash of a commercial airliner. The second time just past couple of weeks. The crash of a commercial airliner and hundreds of dead Americans by just a couple of seconds. Here's the air traffic control audio from a FedEx plane that nearly crashed into a Southwest plane at Austin Airport a few days ago.
Southwest aboard. FedEx is on the go.
Southwest 708, roger. You can turn right when able. Negative.
When I say nearly crashed, and you can see from that animation, we are talking about less than 100 feet that separated the planes at 200 miles an hour. That's less than a second. And you might remember the same thing happened at JFK just a couple of weeks ago. Michael Boyd, aviation consultant and president of the Boyd Group International, worked with several major airlines and joining us now from Denver. It's good to see you as always. Is the FAA asleep at the wheel?
In a sense, absolutely so. What I'm most concerned about is in the next 5 years, we're going to have probably another 300 or 400 little electric airplanes flying in and out of the place. And we need air traffic control for them. So it's going to get worse, not better, unless we get some new management at the top of the FAA. And there's none on the plate right now.
The FAA is under the Department of Transportation. Secretary Pete Buttigieg, who was all over the airwaves, obviously, during the Southwest meltdown, during the JetBlue meltdown as well, and said that he is going to start holding the airlines to account. He has also become the spokesperson, if you will, for the administration on a whole host of issues. And to be fair, he's extraordinarily good on TV. He does a great job making a case for the administration on broader policies. How much of this is not management coming up in the FAA, but management coming down from the secretary?
Well, I don't know. He doesn't have any background in transportation like everybody in the cabinet. You know, they're warming seats, but the fact of the matter, that's a system we have. What we really need is that kind of leadership. Now, honestly, I think with the Southwest thing, he'd come out and say, we have to do this, this, and this, and Southwest had already done it. So I think we have a situation where we for the FAA, look, DOT secretary, it's a political position. FAA administrator, that should be a position of expertise, not a political appointee, and we're going in the wrong direction with that.
Just as we sort of come back around, yes, the Secretary of Transportation is a political appointee, but political employees have a job, they have a purpose. And one of them is to make sure the regulatory agencies and the rest of the federal government continue to work. You've got the baby formula shortage. The FDA has problems, and on and on and on. At some point, the guy at the top has to take some responsibility, does he not?
Oh, no, absolutely. I mean, you took the job. No matter where you came from, you got to do something. But also remember that as far as the FAA goes, if they want new equipment, I mean, the government procurement system is a disaster. So if they want new equipment, by the time they get it, it's 2 cans and a string. So we have to look at that. But the other part of it is we need visionaries running the place technically, not political appointees. And again, Buttigieg is probably honestly doing as good a job as he can with the resources and background he has. But we got to do better because we're going to have more airplanes flying in the sky in and out of airports. We've got to have whole new leadership.
Yeah, good point. And some of the air traffic control systems date back to when I was born. That probably says more about the systems than it does about me. Mr. Boyd, it's always good to see you, sir. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.